Greetings everybody and welcome once again to PurpleThunderWolf. My name is James Wolf and we have been gone for a very, very long time. The channel has been on hiatus for probably over a year now. This is due to a number of factors that unfortunately were out of my control, some of which are sort of in my control. We are trying to get broadband internet currently set up at the house. That's my fault. I've taken a long time with that, longer than I should have. It's very easy once I got out of the habit of doing the videos without the internet to not really think about doing the videos. As much as I enjoyed them, without the internet we don't really use the computer a whole lot. So hopefully we'll get back to doing that very soon. We have more videos, more of what we were already doing. Snack packs and RAP news is definitely coming back, and I have a whole bunch of other stuff I want to try, so we'll definitely be doing some of that. Today's video mostly though will be the first of what I hope will be many vlogs. I never really liked vlogs all that much personally, but I thought it might be interesting to try it and see what people think. Maybe nobody will care, but I'll give it a go, and I maybe use it as a way of personally also just reflecting on what's going on at the moment. If nothing else, it's recorded, kind of like a recorded history of what's happened to me, so one day I can probably look back and see what was going on in my life at the time. If absolutely nothing else, so. If for some reason this video sounds very noisy or the lighting's bad, it's because it is very hot. It's 8 o'clock at night and it's about 27 degrees or 81 degrees Fahrenheit if you're overseas, and it's been about 36 degrees during the day, which I imagine is probably somewhere in the hundreds, so for Fahrenheit. So it's quite warm, and our air conditioning has decided to stop working for some reason, so we have the big overhead fans on. And if you see lots of shadows, it's because I've left the main light off, because it's just too hot. But apart from that, I guess the main thing of a vlog is to tell people what's sort of happened in your day. Obviously I'm not going to sit here and just tell you every boring detail, but anything of excuse me, anything of note that's happened, anything that's worth repeating. I guess the main thing for this video today is to kind of intro you guys, tell you, for those of you who don't know, some of the things that have been happening to me lately. Quite a while ago I was diagnosed as having sleep apnea. When I was not sleeping very well, I was waking up constantly, and that has since progressed. I have a sleep apnea machine that's supposed to breathe air down into my lungs at night, which I wasn't using all that much because I didn't like it very much. People will tell you, anybody who has sleep apnea will say, oh, they have a machine, they just put the machine on and go to sleep. It's not quite that simple. The machine is really kind of invasive, and especially since my breathing at night is really bad, the machine is it's quite intense. The amount of air they have blowing down, basically just being forced down my throat, is quite, it's difficult to sleep, ironically. It makes it more difficult to sleep in a way, and there's so much pressure on the mask that you have on your face that in order to get a good seal so the air doesn't escape, you have to tie the mask really tightly, which means you're basically strapping yourself into this contraption. Unfortunately, because my breathing has been bad, I have in the past been micro-napping, so basically just kind of drifting off like that every so often. I mean, it was getting really bad to the point where I've fallen asleep while standing up. I did fall over once. Sounds kind of comical at the time, but it wasn't all that funny in the moment. So yeah, basically until I can start using the machine a lot more at night, they've taken my license away from me because of the falling asleep. Well, they haven't taken it away. They've said I'm not allowed to drive, and there's laws in place that say if you get caught, you're basically pretty screwed. So I have not been driving for about the last, feels like maybe even a month now. It's been a little while. It's been a few weeks. And that's been a bit painful. It's been kind of nice not to drive, and it's been kind of nice on public transport, sort of. I feel like I'm out and amongst the people, if that sounds weird. Like, you know, I'm seeing, there's always people at the train stations and bus stations, and I'm walking around the streets a lot more, and you kind of feel like you're a part of things. You feel like you're kind of seeing life going on around you. Whereas in the car I'm driving to and from work, it's just you and your music with the aircon or whatever, so it's kind of been nice in that regard, but it's also been quite a pain. Where we moved away from the city, away from all the kind of major hub areas, so that we could, live in a slightly better place for the same kind of price. And unfortunately, you move out to the suburbs, you move away from stuff, you have to drive everywhere. So now we don't have me able to drive, which makes everything a bit more difficult. But hopefully I can get some more hours on the machine at night and make better use of it, because apparently I'm taking it off while I sleep, so I'm trying to combat that so I can get my license, so I can be able to drive again, basically. So that's been kind of trying but interesting, and visiting the hospital and doing all the breathing tests and being poked and prodded and stuff it's not fun, but it's at least kind of interesting. But I definitely need to improve. So at the moment I'm on 2 weeks of holiday, and I'm hoping to get back into using my treadmill, try and lose a bit of weight, try and hopefully if I drop some weight, that will also help with the sleep apnea, although my hospital specialist guy hasn't said anything about that. Mostly it's just about using the machine, or everything's about using the machine, fix the machine up, etc, etc. So we'll try and get a bit healthier and try and do that over the next couple of weeks. So I'll keep you up to date with that. Obviously, hopefully I get my license back. Not get it back, but be able to drive. So that's a bit depressing, unfortunately. But it's one of those things. I have the health issue, and I just have to try and deal with it as best I can. So on a slightly more positive note, I applied for a manager's position in another store from the one I'm currently working in, and it's like a long life manager. It's called long life manager. It's like a groceries manager at the supermarket, which I won't say the name of just in case. The company I work for tends to take a very dim view of people on social media using their name, good or bad. So I work for a supermarket. I'm just technically a regular staff member, so this would be quite a promotion up into the manager spot. The interview went quite well. I'm sort of positive that I could get this, honestly, unless somebody really kind of experienced comes along, but I don't think they will. The store's a bit smaller, so unfortunately it's a perfect store for me to start off in, because it's a smaller store. It's a good store to start start your managerial career, and it's fairly nearby. I have friends who work there, and it'll be good. I'll get higher pay, more responsibility, hopefully a bit more enthusiastic about going into work. At the moment, it's kind of either I find a promotion or I kind of have to try and find somewhere else to work. My job is just honestly not fulfilling in any way, and pays good for what it is, but for someone my age I need to be in a much better paying job at this point, so try and get myself a career started. So hopefully that works. They should contact me in the next week or so, I'm hoping. And although the new job will be scary, lots more responsibility, I'm hoping I can kind of take the bull by the horns and really show what I've been wanting to show for a long time now, which is that I can be more than I already am, just do a lot better. And so hopefully that works out, which will be good, and the extra money would be helpful. I would definitely go up in pay. Apart from that, what else have we been doing? Honestly, probably not that much. It's been kind of routine, especially with the lack of driving. You spend so much more time on public transport where I am getting to and from. Without the internet, though, we've been playing pretty much, I've been playing more Overwatch at a internet cafe in the city, which is kind of interesting. There aren't too many of them left like there used to be, but there's the people that go into this internet cafe, most of them are quite clearly hardcore gamers, and a lot of them spend a lot of time there. The best part is when you take the headphones off, the amount of yelling and shouting from these people who play these games all the time. I mean, they know what's going to happen. They know that people will troll them. They know that people will, kill them out of nowhere, and still they sit there and there'll always be at least one who just every few moments will be screaming abuse at the computer. It's kind of funny. It's like the more full on of a gamer you are, the easier it kind of is for them to get frustrated and to get trolled by the games and other players. So, you know, a lot of casual people, I consider myself casual gamer. I'm really not that good, so, but most of that stuff doesn't faze me, you know, other players screw me over. It's kind of, I expect it, you know. You play some of these competitive games, people are going to be, excuse the word, but they're going to be assholes. I mean, it just happens. So it's kind of funny to sit and listen and watch the so-called pros are the ones who think they know what they're doing. And, yeah, so that's been kind of fun. As much as I'd much rather be playing it at home for free and in my own home, it's been kind of interesting playing the game in the internet cafes. So, like, it's the same thing with the public transport. It's kind of this level of people interaction that honestly, I think a lot of people miss that these days. In many different ways, obviously, people have said before, with the technology advancement, people are kind of communicating less. So I'm kind of liking sort of being out and about and amongst the people at the moment. It's kind of fun and interesting, but definitely looking forward to being able to drive again. And hopefully, once we get the internet back up, I can do these vlogs every day. As it is, this one will probably go up at least a day afterwards, or maybe even 2 days afterwards, because I'll have to wait till I can get into the city, into the cafe to upload it. So hopefully we can sort that out soon. Hopefully we'll be back with more content, and like I said, as soon as possible. I'm hoping this doesn't take too long. I have some other stuff to film tomorrow. I don't think I'm doing too much, so I might sit down and do that tomorrow. A bit late at night now to start doing stuff, but yeah, hopefully I can bring you guys more content. And for those of you who watch the channel, please recommend other people. My suggestion is to show them the best of Snack Pack or the bloopers video. They're some of the best, and I definitely worked kind of hard on those to make them good at the end of the season. So please like and share and subscribe and all that stuff, and just talk to other people. Tell other people, hey, I have a friend, he has a YouTube channel, he's kind of amusing. Show them the RAP News videos. Again, I work pretty hard on those. I mean, for a low-level channel with kind of no real budget, I'm just kind of like cobbling stuff together. You know, I bought the backdrop, but the camera I use is just a webcam. You know, the microphone I use is a relatively good microphone. But again, it's not like I have a studio set up. I don't have the best equipment. I don't have the best camera like a lot of channels do. So for what I have, I think I'm putting out some okay stuff. But it doesn't really mean anything unless people see it or hear about it. So please let other people know that the channel's here. Let other people see the videos. Try and convince them to watch and subscribe. And I can get back to making content. And hopefully the channel can get big enough that I can do this full time and really have some time and money to put into this, so that you guys get an entertainment and I get a really cool job. So hopefully that first vlog wasn't too boring. I will promise I will get better at these, and hopefully a little bit shorter. My name has been James Wolf. Try and stay cool, guys. Bye bye.